traits that make you up. The Irish author, James Joyce, wrote a now famous novel called A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man. And it was a work that was semi-autobiographical. He used this novel to express his personal rebellion against his culture that he felt was too strict and overbearing, that was smothering his very creative nature, smothering his ability to self-actualize and to connect as he wanted to connect fully in the world. And so, as authors can do in a novel, he went to extremes. And he had a lead character named by the name of Stephen Dedalus. Now, Stephen Dedalus was a young, handsome, urbane, witty, intelligent, and charming individual. And yet Stephen was rebelling, just as Joyce was rebelling. And so Joyce had his lead character consciously choose to break and violate every social norm, mores, and guideline and commandment that there was, up to and including a cold-blooded murder. But throughout all the years and all the decades that Dedalus was carrying out these deadly acts, these horrible acts, his appearance never changed. He continued to be this youthful, radiant, charming individual. And yet there was a painting of him in his attic, a painting which was completed when he was in his prime. And every time he made a moral transgression, the sign of that act appeared on his face in the portrait. And by midlife, the portrait was hideous to behold. Hideous. This powerful work of fiction demonstrates a metaphysical truth, that everything that we think and everything that we do matters, and that all of what we do is written on the canvas of our soul. Now, if you're like me, if we're like one another, and I know that we are, otherwise we wouldn't be here now together. We are on the same path at about the same place. It's why we were drawn together here, as opposed to someplace else. And so, you and I, we read these 7 things, and some of them we might stumble on and go, I'm not sure I'm there on that one. Dana just said, this is about me, this is my traits, this is my truth. I stumble on some of these at times. I am working on these. See, this is my truth, and this is your truth, and I know that. Whether we can completely and fully embrace it and inhabit it now or not, these are our truths. And so we affirm this over and over and over again, without end. But in this, we say, I believe this, I want this, I affirm this, I want more of this, but how? How? Where is the power? Where is the power that I need in order to be who I truly am? And I submit to you that everything you need is planted right now in the very center of your being. It's right here. It's your heart. It's your heart. You see, the most important thing is the feeling in your heart. I believe it is the single most important question you can ask yourself as you move through your day, is what is the feeling of my heart? That feeling will always guide you to the next right step if you pay attention. You see, we were meant to have hearts filled with joy and happiness. And there's a form of joy even in times of sadness and human loss. There is still a form of joy. It is connecting. It is compassion. There is joy in compassion for yourself and for another. Because in compassion, it's two brought together in passion. You know that you are connected. You know that you are not alone. You know that where two or more are, there is God. So it is a matter of the heart. As much as we talk about the power of our thoughts, and all those teachings I find valid, the purpose of those teachings on the quality of our thoughts has one purpose, and that purpose is to more fully expand not only our thinking nature, but our feeling nature, to expand the space of the heart. That's what all that work on thoughts is in service to expand our hearts. I was in a meeting recently. It was a planning meeting. And there were a number of us sitting around a table, and we were all sharing thoughts and talking. And at one point in this meeting, it became very clear to me that there was like a cloud of confusion that hung over the entire process. I mean, everyone was confused about one thing or another. And I felt that we were all rigidly stuck in our thinking. We were thinking really hard, and we all had the same purpose, we had the same intention. But we were stuck there, including me. And as I noticed that, I made a choice to drop into my heart. Will you do that with me now? Will you drop into your heart? We all know how to do that. It takes just a moment. I dropped into my heart. And in just moments, in the next several moments, none of the issues changed at that table. No new information was added to the conversation. But in moments, understanding was shared. Everyone was really at the same place, on the same page, sharing the same heart space. There was true connection and understanding. You see, your heart measurably radiates out its energy at least 8 feet. That's what human instruments can now measure. I know that we will come up with instruments that will measure the radius of our heart's energy beyond that 8 feet. That's not where the heart energy stops. It goes far beyond that. But at this table, we were all within 8 feet. So we could measure it if we wanted to. When one person moves to their heart, the whole universe is affected. When you go to your heart, you change the entire universe. That is your power. That is your power. The most important question an actualizing, connecting being, and I'm talking about you and me, can do is ask, how's my heart feeling? How's my heart feeling? I'd like to close with this reading by John O'Donohue. And he calls it For Celebration. I've added to his title. I call it For Celebration of Connection. Now is the time to free your heart. Let all intention and worry stop. Free the joy inside yourself. Awaken to the wonder of your life. Open your eyes and see the friends whose hearts recognize your face as kin. Those whose kindness, watchful and near, encourages you to live everything here. See the gifts the years have given, things your effort could never earn. The health to enjoy who you want to be, and the mind to mirror mystery. The mind to mirror mystery. is the mystery of your heart that connects you to everything.